Imagine this. You walk into a jewelry store. Inside a glass case, a small diamond ring. Tiny, clear, almost invisible. But the price? Thousands, sometimes even millions. Now think about that. How can something so small be so expensive? Is it because diamonds are rare? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? Because the truth is, diamonds are valuable, but not for the reason most people think. Most people believe one simple thing. Diamonds are expensive because they are rare. That sounds logical. Rare things are valuable. Gold is rare. Platinum is rare. So diamonds must be rare too, right? But here's where the story takes a turn. Diamonds are not actually that rare. In fact, large quantities of diamonds are mined every year, enough that if released all at once, their price would drop dramatically. So if diamonds aren't truly rare, then why are they so expensive? To answer that, we need to go back in time. In the late 1800s, huge diamond deposits were discovered in places like South Africa. Suddenly, diamonds weren't scarce anymore. The supply increased rapidly, and when supply increases, prices usually fall. But something unusual happened. Instead of letting prices drop, a powerful company stepped in. That company was De Beers, and they had a very different plan. De Beers didn't just mine diamonds, they controlled them. They bought large amounts of diamonds from mines around the world, stored them, restricted supply, and carefully released diamonds into the market, slowly, strategically. This created an illusion. Diamonds appeared rare, even when they weren't. And when something appears rare, its value increases. But that wasn't their smartest move, not even close, because controlling supply was only half the strategy. The real breakthrough came from something much more powerful: marketing. In 1947, an advertising campaign introduced a simple phrase: "A diamond is forever." That slogan changed everything. It linked diamonds with something emotional: love, commitment, marriage. Suddenly, diamonds weren't just stones, they became symbols. And once something becomes a symbol, people stop questioning its price. This idea spread quickly. Engagement rings became a tradition, and with that came an expectation. If you're proposing, you need a diamond, and not just any diamond, a good one. This created social pressure. People weren't just buying diamonds for themselves, they were buying them for what others would think. And that changed the entire market, because now demand wasn't based on need, it was based on emotion and perception. But here's where things get even more interesting. When you buy a diamond, you're often told about the 4 C's: cut, color, clarity, carat. These factors determine the quality of a diamond. And yes, they do matter. But here's the hidden detail. The pricing of diamonds is not as objective as people think. Unlike gold, which has a clear market price, diamond pricing is controlled by industry standards and sellers, which means prices can be influenced, adjusted, and sometimes inflated. So the number you see on that price tag isn't just about the diamond itself, it's also about perception. Now imagine something. What if all stored diamonds were suddenly released into the market? What if supply was no longer controlled? Prices would likely fall significantly. And in fact, something similar is already happening. Lab-grown diamonds. These are real diamonds, same chemical structure, same appearance, but made in controlled environments, and they cost much less. Which raises an important question. If a diamond looks the same and behaves the same, why is one so much more expensive than the other? Because the value of diamonds isn't just physical, it's psychological. It's built on controlled supply, decades of marketing, social expectations, emotional symbolism. In other words, diamonds are expensive not just because of what they are, but because of what we believe they represent. So the next time you see a diamond in a glass case, sparkling under bright lights, remember this: you're not just looking at a rare stone, you're looking at a carefully shaped story, a story about love, scarcity, and value. Because sometimes the most expensive things in the world aren't priced by what they are, but by what we've been taught to believe. If this surprised you, give the video a like, share it with someone who loves diamonds, and subscribe for more hidden truths behind everyday things.